Good afternoon. Time to wrap up April the 9th, 2015. The E-mini is just breaking out right here, and this is what makes the E-mini so much fun. We came in this morning basically wanting to sell 80 to 85. Our second sell was 84 to 86. This was sell 1. This was sell 2. Still not doing a hell of a lot of volume. We had a buy at 65 to 67. Software trade plus, software trade plus, software trade scratch, software trade loser, no trade, retest failure, plus, S plus, B plus, then chop. And we have a nice retest failure here. Again, this is our buy zone. This is our sell zone. When you're in it, you can take trades with less information. When you're down here in this area right here, these are tough trades, and we're right about 50-50 in the mean green area. Well, we got structure behind us when we trade up higher. So we have a potential exhaustion bar right here, but the early assessment, selling 79s to 81s, buying 65 to 67 worked out pretty well. The market rallies when the players sense that the Fed is not going to raise interest rates anytime soon. When we started out, we had a line right here. We said it was a P. We thought it was a trading range market. The market should trade back to 65. Didn't quite make it. Or if it broke that area, we had a pretty fair shot at getting back to the 45 area. So the P is held, and we're right here, and we're moving up. Again, bad news is good news. We haven't had much in the way of good news, some macroeconomic news, but Asian markets have been strong for the most part, and the European Union markets have been strong too for the most part. Not perfectly straight up, but pretty good buying this week. So high-frequency trading programs, buy-sell programs are in effect. Higher low, higher high, where F1 says we're buyers tomorrow. Now, looking at the F2 screen, got a P. I've seen stronger Ps before. D anyway, and in the K or G period, we get a move out of the middle. So we'll just go ahead and we'll do a G split. Little P right there, then an L split. That's the correct split for it off of G. And so the market is traded up. I mean, no real magic here. So the easiest trade to see is going to be sell failure to take out 85, 87. Then resistance does jump up to the 90, 92 area. The high is 21.18. It usually takes, when a top or bottom comes in, a period of 20 to 40 trading days, like a month, give or take, to retest a higher low. And then if it holds, normally you would bring in selling, but in this day and age, I mean, nobody knows anymore. Okay, we're at 85 right now. In Globex, the first buy is going to be 80. Second buy is going to be the 75, 77 area. And that's kind of the strength. I mean, how we look. We don't have to know who these people are buying or why they're buying. We just can see that they are, and we join them. And we try to execute with the trading community so we get better trade location, and then we see what happens. Okay, looking at the note got slim today, as did the 30-year, lower high, lower low. So that tells us we're sellers tomorrow. See if we can extend today's range to the downside, but if we can't, then we can look for a pause consolidation day. after a trend day down. Weak auction for sure, but the two auctions that came before it were pretty good, and over time, historically, a 30-year auction in the 2.2, 2.4 area is where most of them take place. So this one was not a good auction compared, but the other two were. So if we can't break it in Globex, we see a higher Globex low. If we can't break it early in the morning, then getting long to retest resistance in the 29.04 area, give or take, looks like a reasonable trade to me. Okay, we're at 27.5. Last rotate up was 31. Off the auction, we were 1.5. So the sell is 31 to 03. Then have an F period high at 5. We have a C period high at 8. We've got the overnight low at 7. So 7 to 11 will be sell 2. On the buy side, we're pointed lower, so we'll make 17 to 21. And then 9 to 13 for the buy. Okay, outside day on the 30-year. Again, the knob spread was expanding early this morning. Everything got sold. Weak auction. We've come down. So if we fail to get through the 63.20 area, which you can see we've got 4 data points right there, 3 or 4, and this market is pointed lower. The 62.08 area right down here catches my eye, so that's a possibility. So 14, 18, 20, 14. So this 12 to 20 area is pretty good resistance. Last rotate up was 8. Pretty aggressive, can go a little higher, so we'll make 11 to 15, sell 1. I'm going to try to catch this area up here, the 19 to 23, sell 2. On the buy side, 63.01 to 29, buy 1. And then 21 to 25 by 2. Now, when there's news associated with a really hard sell-off, it's usually Tuesday before the market recovers somewhat. So because of the knob spread, I'm a little more aggressive on the buy side in the 30-year. But we'll see how she plays. Okay, gold, we said 1190 was kind of an important number structurally. If we got through 1190, the market could drop down to the 77 area right into here. We got a low volume number there. We got a couple of breakouts. You can see this is a pretty, the 75 to 80 area is a pretty clean area. Market lower high, lower low, so we're looking to get short. Again, with all the unease that we have in the world, I don't think the retail account is getting short. I think the professional trading community is, and the retail account is looking to buy on the breaks. So, last rotate up, 95.97 was support. Now it's resistance. Sell 1, 1200, 1202, sell 2. Buying against 90. That is support. Then our 85, 87, where we've put many trades on before, would be the buy 2 area. Looking at crude. You know, great that this is just a really, if you don't have money and you don't have time to make this work, this is a great place to come, as is gold. I just think we have an extra shot after lunch in crude that we don't usually get in gold. So this 50-50 area right there, you can see is a pretty clean break. It's an inside day that says trading range. So if we can get through 50-50, and the next point that catches my eye is 49.50 right down here, about a buck beneath it. That's kind of where the distributions were. We managed to spike up. I didn't find any news article associated with it. So we've got a pretty clean break here at 51.50, 51.75. Last rotate up was 51.25, 51.20. So we'll make 25 to 50, sell 1. 75 to the buck, sell 2. On the buy side, maybe stops beneath this, so we're going to shoot for 50-50, 50-25. I don't know if we can get there. We may have, the support might be at 75, so we'll put a question mark at 75. Try to be cheap, and then 49.50 for buy 2. Okay, the 6E got whacked pretty darn good. At the end of last week, April 9th, was another one of these drop-dead days. I don't know if there's such a thing in the negotiations between Greece and the EU. It's kind of like us negotiating with Iran. Something will keep happening until Iran gets the deal they want, and if they don't get the deal they want, the hell with it. Lower high, lower low, we've got volume down here at 106.30. We've got a couple bottoms down here. So this 106, 106.25 is probably pretty good support starting out. Here are 106.50. We've got an attractor at 19. So this 20 to 30 area, let it go a little bit lower. But I think the trade's down here against one. Let's just do it that way. 106, it's a round number. Somebody will cover their shorts right there. Then 50 to 75 for buy 2. On the sell side, 75 up here, so 75.85, pretty aggressive. Then 107, 107.10. And rumors or hints of a deal, and I don't know how it could be much different than what they're talking about right now. They're going to give them the money. Keep the EU together. I forget which minister came out and said that there was real benefits for Greece staying in the EU. In fact, they're going to expand it into the Balkans before it's all said and done. That'll be fun. Hey, y'all have a great evening. It's kind of cool. Winds are blowing 25 to 35 here. Might make it to 65, but the weather's supposed to warm again into the weekend, back into the low 70s. Millionaire weather, is what we used to call it down south. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.